there's a difference between the one and the best one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were talking about this as we were kind of preparing for this episode, because I feel like you are the one for me. But if you just think about it, like logistically, if one person in the world gets their one wrong and stays with them for life, then everyone else is off, because you have someone else's one and they'll have someone else's one.
Right.
It doesn't work. So like, no, I don't believe that there's the one for every person. But I do believe that there is, like in our case, the best one. You're the best one for me. I literally feel like you are me. You're an extension of me in a different body. And that's probably what it feels like for most people who also feel like I'm with the best person for me. Now, if you're not happy in your relationship, it's not going to feel like that. But having, been together, married, and gone through some hardship together, and then obviously separated, divorced, dated other people, and then come back together, like I am 150% positive that there is no one better in the world for me. So I think that there is a best one, but I don't think there's a one. And I think as you grow as a person, the more you can really truly understand yourself and self-reflect honestly and get to know yourself in the way of, what are my values? What are my core values? What are my non-negotiables? How do I want to feel in a relationship? I think, and also like, going back to Gabor Mate, like, what are my traumas?
Yeah.
Little T traumas, big T traumas. What are my disappointments? Where was I feeling a lack of love in my childhood that I might try to fill in the gaps with a partner? Just being aware. And I think we can definitely go through our 20s and have a series of relationships where it's like, okay, that's definitely not the best one. Definitely not the best one. But each relationship you're learning about yourself, hopefully. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you're reflecting after every relationship and like, what went well? What could have gone better? What am I going to discontinue next time? What am I going to continue next time? So every relationship gives us an opportunity to learn about ourselves. And I think when you do that, I think that brings you closer to your best one. It's not even so much about the person, the other person. It's about you understanding yourself. And as you do that more and more with more life experience, lucky for us, we got it right on the first try, had some trial and error there. But I think as you grow in yourself, it gets much easier and easier to find your best one.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. I think that the one, as if, you'll see them walking down the street, like, that's the one.
Yeah, totally.
I think is a total myth. You mentioned it, there's this nature and nurture combo that we don't necessarily know what's the difference between nature versus nurture for the first 20 some years of our life, but they are shaping us. They're impacting us. And when we get to that, like choosing a partner age, which for some people is 40, some people is 20, honestly. But somewhere within there, when you're in the partner matching era, it's like a pyramid. You've got a population of people on the bottom rung of the pyramid that are like, I could hang out with this person, I could date this person, probably have a good time, but and that's about it. One step up, you've got like, we might date actually for a while. We might have a lot of things in common. We might actually experience love. But at the end of the day, maybe there's a first principle or first value that is a problem, or just a cultural drastic difference that supports maybe going in a different direction. And then there's like the upper echelon, the smallest population size of people that you could have long-term, call it marriage or just serious relationships with, experience deep levels of love. And I think of that very small population, there is a best. Mm-hmm. There's a best fit. Call it the capstone of the relationship pyramid.
The winner,
the best, like you and I are the best for each other. But I do think that it's a combination of things, right? It's all this is a really nice dovetail off of the Gabor Mate video, because you've got all of the really, call them surface level, but that's not to discount them, but things like attractiveness, physically, chemistry, sense of humor, all of those initial like, damn, I'm going to be with this person for a while because we're so goddamn compatible. And then there's the real deep work.
It's like the physiological and then the spiritual.
Right. There's the triggers that they bring up that you're both working through. There's I can parent a child with this person. I can move across the country with this
such a
person.
huge one.
I can, build a life with this person and work through all of the things that don't feel good, but you look back on and go, that was the most important thing in my life. And even if they're feeling icky or inconvenient in that moment, that person is the partner to take up the mantle with you and work through those challenges in life. And I think that is a very, very small subset, and that there is a best out of that population. Like, yes, we grew up in the same town, went to the same school, childhood sweethearts. It's kind of crazy to be like, oh, we just found the one right away. But we shaped ourselves in a way that when we got to the point of like committing to partnership, we were the best for each other.
Yeah.
And so I think the answer simply is kind of like, yeah, I think there is. I think there is a best one. Give it some time, give it some patience, know yourself, and then you'll know your unique puzzle piece that is best supported by somebody else's unique puzzle piece. Thank you so much for listening.
If you enjoyed that, check out right over here for some more fun clips.
Oh, and you're going to want to subscribe.
Bye.